Virgo, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your yearly reading for 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I will also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, this is your yearly reading for 2023. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. First of all, I'm going to do an overall energy for your year, and then I'm going to do a month by month detailed analysis of what will come for you. Now, already in the water, before I've even started, they're showing me a candle. And I know I've got a candle here, but they're actually showing me one right now in the water. Oh, that's a lot of cards. But perhaps you are thinking about launching something. Perhaps you're thinking about, maybe this is going to be a very ambitious year. This is going to be the spark of something very exciting for you. Let's get straight to it and see what is coming there for you. Okay, there's quite a few things. I'm just going to get some final cards. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Okay, they've asked me to leave that there. Okay, so now the candle, I mean, you could have just lit a candle, for example, to listen to this reading. And candle imagery may be something that you will see throughout the year that signifies good news coming your way. Now, I mean, you did get the launch card, okay? So I just want you to be aware that I feel like you're launching your whole self into 2023. Perhaps you're thinking about launching a business or you're launching new ideas. Whatever it is, you're elevating, okay? This is a very prosperous year for you by the looks of things. So it's like 2023, this is about overcoming any difficulty for you. As you can see, high above the mountains, it's about having faith, and it's the most unique card in the deck, okay? There's one card that is unique in this deck, and I feel like this is going to be a very unique year for you in general. Also, we've got eggs. Okay, starting over, saving up, using your resources to save, nest egg, healthcare, new opportunities, and insurance. Okay, eggs, they do represent new life, new energy. So this is going to be a year of abundance. Perhaps you're going to have lots of new starts in very positive areas of your life. I definitely see January being a month for everybody. I mean, typically humans in general, they make intentions, they decide better healthcare, better exercise routines, better eating habits, sleeping patterns. And I feel this is something that you try to maintain throughout the year, but you'll definitely be focused on in January. We also have Buddha. That's all about your life purpose. So you're going to be focusing a lot on, your true north, your path, your prosperity path. You're going to connect to things that mean something to you this year. And whilst money is, of course, is important, I feel this is more about spiritual wisdom. This is about spiritual growth. It says here spiritual wealth, more than money, counselor, being guided, divine path. So you're going to get lots of hints along the way about your path. I would look out for symbols of candles. Okay, I'm also seeing, oh, thanks so much, I'm so grateful. I'm also seeing a rabbit. Okay, a rabbit in the water as well. Now rabbits, I mean, eggs and rabbits, I mean, maybe it means roundabout, I mean, whether you celebrate this festive season or not, Easter, but they are giving me, I mean, I think maybe March, April, May time for you will be very, very beneficial because eggs and rabbits, I mean, I'm trying to make some sort of connection, but it could literally be symbology. Now they're giving me this energy of, oh, I did not know that. Thanks so much. I'm truly grateful. They're giving me this energy of the rabbit, of this year is an invitation to explore your inner potential. Okay, and what we know is, of course, anything that's in the inner world, it reflects on the outer circumstances. So being a lot more positive, mind over matter, thoughts becoming things. So they're also giving me that rabbit, of course, is about multiplying wealth, opportunity, good luck. I mean, you've even got the, wow, you've even got the clover card there as well. So it is an amplification of good luck this year. And you're going to be taking lots of leaps of faith is what they're showing me, that will be very lucky. So look out for rabbits as well. Now, this is about you being divinely guided on your true north path. We do have gold, and I would have, look, we've got gold and coins as well. Okay, so it says money coming in, wealth, good investments, getting a raise, lucky. So, I mean, you're getting all of the cards. This did not happen for any other sign. We've also got gold, solid finances, investing, integrity, deep values, banking, long-term position, satisfying work. So enjoying what you do and financially it being reflected in the pay packet. So a lot of you may be thinking about the sense of value, what you have to offer, and whether you're fairly recompensed. You will be readdressing the balance to make sure you get a really good deal for the effort that you put into things. So if you are working in a working environment and you're connected to your career and very ambitious, I feel like you're going to find opportunity to elevate and bring more money into your life. And if you feel like you've hit a plateau or a stagnant period in your career, I feel like you may be reaching out with your resume to find new opportunities to bring more wealth, but also, most importantly, more enjoyment into your world. If you're retired, I really feel like this is spiritual wealth. You may go on some sort of spiritual journey, some sort of travel, or you may connect to projects that have you being in the creative flow that you may be surprised you'll be able to make more money to line your bank account with in order to help you through that retirement phase financially. Now we've also got Rose, financial relief, being content, loving care, supportive role, job security, growing. Okay, you may have been doing or trying to do something that's very, very difficult. Roses, they represent sweet reward after a difficulty, because when you think about the thorns, that protect the blossoming rose, I feel like it's like your eureka year, where all that difficulty, all that hard work that you've put into whatever it is you've been working towards starts to really pay off, and you see it on the physical plane. Also, you're going to be very productive this year. We've got book, so a lot of learning. Okay, Virgo, you always have a thirst for knowledge, no matter what area you work in, or whether you're retired, or whether you're looking for a job. Some of you may not have a job. You may have come to this reading and be searching for a position. I definitely see that your knowledge is the key to your success, and I definitely see lots of wonderful opportunities being presented to you this year. It says here, paperwork, contracts, learning as you go, writing, taking a class, educating yourself, and law. So some of you may be taking I actually feel around about January, February, before we even get into it, I feel some of you may have even put yourself on a course of learning or taking some sort of, maybe even a course online in order to educate yourself. Could even be that you're watching videos on YouTube of how to educate yourself in some area, whether it is you want to set up your own second stream of income, or you want to set up your own channel, or you just want to be more savvy with your finances and you want to know what the law, the legalities are. I definitely see you absorbing all that knowledge and being able to infiltrate it into your life on a personal level. Now we've also got ship. So again, of course, it is all about the journey when you get the ship. This is about you and your path and who you get to take that path with as well. You're going to be very discerning about who gets access to your life this year, because you're conserving your energy. You don't want to waste time, and you're putting your energy into your direction, and you don't want anyone to derail you from your path, because you've got a mission. Okay, you start this year with a mission, an intention, and you're sticking to it. But I feel like you will find your soul tribe as you move forward. I mean, I'm even seeing some of you may go to Venice because, of course, we've got those wonderful gondolas, but that's a small percentage. I'm only seeing like about 2% there for that. What I feel here is that your journey will be filled with luck, because as you can see, we've got number 3 there, which is the Empress energy. That's all about abundance. And number 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. So much better luck for you this year. And we've also got clover. I mean, do I need to say any more about the lucky clover? I think not. But also, it's number 2, which is the High Priestess energy. And this is you, Virgo. High Priestess is a Virgo energy. So it's about using your intuition to take you where you want to go and using your inner knowledge. Also, we've got number 6, which is about balance. And number 6 is the Lover's card, which means you're basically in the law of attraction this year. Lover's card at grassroots means choices and attraction. So it's like the law of attraction. Whatever you focus on, that is the thing that you're magnetizing towards you with your heart and your mind. Okay, so very, very positive year overall. Let's see the details to see what's coming towards you, because as we all know, there are ups and downs in life, and whilst there's lots of positive aspects to it, there will of course be some twists and turns. So let's see what is coming towards you. Now, as I've already mentioned, January is going to be a slow pace of the year. The beginning part is going to ease us in gently, but it does pick up pace when Mars goes direct on the 12th of January. Now, I did mention that in the monthlies for January. That's why I'm mentioning it again here. Mercury goes direct on the 18th of January. We're currently, as I'm doing this reading, we're currently in Mercury retrograde. Okay, so lots of stuttering, lots of miscommunications, perhaps electronic equipment going a little bit awry, shall we say. So watch out for that, but we will come out of that on the 18th of January. Now, what does this mean? Well, it delivers more clarity. You get to find your voice, to negotiate better deals this year, stand up for your values, and there's a wonderful word that can take us far in life, and that word is no. Sometimes that powerful word no helps us set boundaries and teach other people how we like to be respected. So I feel like you will be really honoring that word this year. Of course, yes is a very positive word also. I feel like you're opening yourself up to a lot of prosperity, and you are ready for success and a really positive year ahead. But I feel no is going to be a very important word for you, because it teaches other people that they cannot take advantage of your kindness, and also of your, how they're giving me this energy. I really want to get the word. It's like ingenuity. I feel, you're so hardworking. Sometimes you may feel that other people give you extra tasks because you're so good at what you do, and then you feel a little bit bogged down, overworked, shall we say. Some people may take advantage of that level of focus, diligence, and perseverance. Whereas they're not so hardworking. They're a little bit lazier, and they may delegate some of their stuff towards you. But I feel this year is going to be different. Okay. Now we do have major planetary developments this year, which brings radical change. When you ever have planets changing signs, shifting signs, that brings upheaval. Now we have 5 planets shifting signs this year, Saturn and Pluto being the biggest changes. Now Saturn switches signs from Aquarius to Pisces on the 7th of March this year. Saturn switches signs every 2 to 3 years. It moved into Aquarius in April 2020, and we all know what happened then. Okay, just to let you know a little bit about Saturn. Saturn is to stop, cancel, disrupt the typical order of things. Okay, it can bring rules, regulations, things like that. And it moved into Aquarius in 2020. Now Aquarius rules society. It rules social interaction, humanity, independent thinking, things like that. So it really did affect the way we governed the world back then in 2020. Now it moves into Pisces from the 7th of March, and Pisces is all about health. Okay, so we may see some restructures within healthcare systems. Also, people paying more attention to their immune systems, and building healthier immune systems, like important to have good exercise, rejuvenating sleep, better eating habits, and sun, if possible, getting out there into the sun, because Pisces, of course, is connected to health. Now we may also see some changes when it comes to your habits. So because when Saturn moves into Pisces, it helps us break bad habits. So it's really positive, and it brings better mental health as well. So you may find this year that you are focused a lot on managing your stress levels, and really connecting to things that have a positive effect on you. So if you're someone who tends to bite your nails, my beautiful Virgo, or you like a couple of extra biscuits like I do, chocolate and things, you may find that actually naturally you are disconnecting from those things because Saturn moves into Pisces. Also, Saturn in Pisces means good karma, or karma in general. So if you've been good, bad, or ugly, those three will come back to you. So if you've been good, of course, you're attracting good karma. If you've been bad, then bad karma is coming towards you. And of course, if you've been really ugly and done some horrible things, which I can't imagine you have, my beautiful Virgo, but if you have, expect deliverance, shall we say. Now, moving on, we do have Jupiter, planet of good luck, opportunity, and expansion, and that is direct right until May. So anything that is kind of negative is actually cancelled out by that wonderful planet Jupiter. Uranus goes direct at the end of January, and that brings major shocks and changes, twists and turns. But because Jupiter is direct, it does cancel out the level of intensity, shall we say. So these twists, turns, and shocks can actually be very positive. They may feel uncomfortable at the time, but they bring innovation and opportunity that is for the positive. So I want you to be aware of that. The nodes will also be changing signs, which affects the eclipses this year. And that can bring, pivotal and potential changes in major world events. Eclipses can change everything. So watch out for that. You may hear sudden announcements. They can be positive because remember, Jupiter is, direct until May. Also, we've got Pluto. Now, Pluto is going to be the star of the show this year because it's a big deal. It changes signs every 10, 15, 20 years, and that depends on the planetary alignments at the time in the sky. Anything that's been hidden comes to light, and that's collectively. So anything that's been deeply embedded and hidden from humanity, it comes to light. So you may actually hear of things like government documents that perhaps have been off limits to humans in general on a need to know basis. Some of them may surface in 2023 and beyond. So you may see things that perhaps cause controversy at the time, and there was a certain way of thinking. In 2023, those things will come to light, and we will find the truth of those things. Also, on a personal level, anyone who's been keeping something from you, it shall come to light, or it shall be discovered, because Pluto when it's direct likes to hide things, and when it's Pluto when it's in retrograde, it tends to hide things, and when it goes direct, it tends to expose. So lots of positive twists and turns this year. I'm a Scorpio, so I love the truth. I love it when all the truth comes out, and you're Virgo and you love the truth also. So this should be quite an entertaining year for us collectively, shall we say. Also, I would say that anything that you've been experiencing in terms of a repetitive cycle that has been negative in the past for you on a personal level, my beautiful Virgo, you will see major improvements because Pluto brings in improvement. So very positive shifts this year, so much better than the years that we've been having so far. Don't get me wrong, there's going to be some major announcements this year, some fluctuations when it comes to economics and to the housing market, but also to healthcare routines and restructures. So there are going to be some pivotal moments that could be a little bit tense, shall we say, but overall on a personal level, I think things could be quite beneficial for you. Now, your first card is the Sun card. This is January. Okay, worth noting also that pay close attention to your sun, moon, and rising signs, because sun is all about, the sun sign is all about how you move throughout the world, okay, your sense of self. And then we've got, the moon card is about your emotional side, the deep feelings within you that you don't really let anybody else know about, how you feel beneath the surface and what your true intentions are, or what a person's true intentions are. So if you're wondering about a partner, or it's worth noting their moon sign as well. Also, rising signs are how you approach the world at large and the various experiences that you have been having. So definitely worth getting a broad sense of, you know, what's going on. If you've got time, of course. These readings tend to be, you know, a little bit long. But, you know, if you're looking at other tarot readers who are incredible out there, make sure if they're shorter messages, then, yeah, definitely look at sun, moon, and rising for a broader scope. The sun card indicates you're being very, very positive or optimistic as you look forward to 2023. And the sun card also indicates a major awakening. You're deciding what it is that you truly want. This is about your inner power. You've recharged your batteries and you're ready to go, okay? The sun card is about energy, it's about motivation, it's about drive to make 2023 the best year yet and to make sure that you're on the right path towards success, because the sun card is a very powerful position card which indicates you're trying to find happiness and joy within the little things in life, the simpler things in life, like you know, like family or moments, building memories. But on a larger scale, you're looking towards success and trying to put yourself in a position of power, but also in a position to protect all that you have worked for so far. The sun card, of course, is a very positive energy. It represents abundance and good fortune. So something you've been building, is what they're showing me, is really going to take off. Even from January, there's really positive movements, positive shifts. It helps you with February, which is all about planning. It's about you being in a really good position. Some of you may even step into leadership positions on the cusp between January into February to put yourself in a really good position. But everything that you've been building is coming together and solidifying, and you are making waves, shall we say. Now, they're also showing me a squirrel right now. Rabbits and squirrels. Maybe you're going to get out in nature a lot more this year in 2023. Squirrels tend to mean being prepared, getting yourself prepared for harsh times or the winter. You know, of course, January is, I mean, look at that, the sun. So it's going to be a very positive month. I've shuffled in a different deck, full deck there. These are major arcana cards, okay? Wonderful SARAFINA tarot, only major arcanas, in order to get the overarching energy of each month. But this is a full-on deck, and even in this deck, they're saying it's a very positive month for clarity, for warmth, success. And we got Ace of Pentacles here, so financial reward. Some of you may be offered a job, because the Ace of Pentacles is a gift from the universe, an opportunity landing in your either mailbox or in your lap, shall we say. I feel like it's something you've worked really hard to get to, okay? You've worked really hard to get to a certain level, and you're being asked to level up. This opportunity has so much potential. Aces are all about the potential that you have, the start of good fortune. So some of you may launch a business or a business idea, or you may be, you know, very fruitful, have lots of ideas that, you know, have the potential to become very rewarding financially. But most of all, I feel like you're cultivating something that is coming to term. It's starting to bear fruit or blossom. Now, the Ace of Pentacles can be about an offer of a job, opportunity, raise. As I said, some of you may actually get a bonus that perhaps you were expecting last year, but it didn't happen, and it comes through for you this year, 2023. But this is a card of promotion, raise, investment news, perhaps something you've already invested in, it bears fruit or it does better than you expect. But this is a card of, you know, you're starting the year off on a really good note. Ace of Pentacles, when you really connect it to the year ahead, you're seeing 2023 as having so much potential for success, for light. Okay, because I feel like after the couple of years that we've all been having, I feel like 2023 is a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel kind of energy, even though there are major changes that are occurring. And I do feel like there's major changes occurring within the financial sector. You don't need me to tell you that. You can see that already yourself. But I feel like you're trying to be positive and protective about your finances, but also about your investment. Okay, I really feel you're going to be very savvy about the energy that you give to projects, this year. And to people, I feel like you're not wasting time, and you're also not connecting to time wasters. For those of you who are retired, I get this sense that you're looking at your finances and seeing what it has the potential to connect you with, whether it's travel. Some of you may be seeking the sun. Some of you may be weighing up your finances and thinking about buying a property abroad in the sun, or somewhere that has like a lot of sun all year round. So I feel like you're looking at your finances to see how far it can go, okay? And also the sun card indicates that you are actually in a powerful position. Sometimes we don't realize that we're in a better position than we think we are, but I feel you're going to realize that actually you are in, how can I put that? It's a position to be celebrated, okay? So I would expect some sort of offer or opportunity to come your way that actually helps you level up into a new position, or into a better position than you started January with, okay? It could be some sort of really good news in January for you. Now, as we move into February, we've got the Emperor. So that's about being in that really good position. This is a card of being in control. This is a card of, you know, strength, ability, and using your talents to get you to where you want to go, okay? The Emperor card often indicates strategy. So I feel February will be a big mind month for you, where your brain synapses are going, going crazy. They're alive with ideas and solutions and resolutions. And I get this sense that, you know, you are connecting yourself almost like, I just see like, it's almost like the Matrix I see, where, you know, you are in the flow of things and everything starts to make sense. Everything is in order for you. And I get this sense that, you know, you are doing things that will have so much like potential for the future. I feel like your future self will thank you so much for the month of February. Now, some of you, this may be you stepping into a leadership position or setting up your own business, launching an opportunity to be an entrepreneur. I get you being in control, okay? Also, the Emperor card is, you structuring your world for success in a state of action, because the Emperor energy, of course, is masculine energy to take action on something. So I feel January is about seeing the potential, and February is about enacting the steps that are necessary for that idea or that business plan or that plan in general to come to life, okay? This is a month of business. So I definitely see with the Emperor card, you're going to be in a state of productivity. You're going to be very busy in the best possible way. You're going to be very ambitious and very practical. So I get this sense of, you know, lots of administrative tasks, dealing with paperwork, being in the flow, and enjoying what you do because you're in control. It gives you a sense of responsibility. And I do feel that actually makes you, my beautiful Virgo, feel very free, okay? Because you like to make sure that everything is kind of in order. And I know that's like such a cliched thing to say, but whatever it is you are connecting to in February, I feel it does give you this sense of purpose. And you need this sense of purpose. You need to feel like what you're doing is making a difference, okay? And I feel in February, you're really going to see that. Temperance card is all about blending energies, all the ingredients coming together to create something really special. Five of Swords. Don't overthink. As I said, it's going to be a mind month for you. Five of Swords tends to be about, a little bit of anxiety, because swords are all about the mind or about communication, ideas. There is a potential to do a little bit of overthinking. And you could be worried about, in the past, this did not go well for me, or in the past, I failed at this area. I want you to be aware there's no such thing as failure, only a learning curve of how to do things in a different way next time, so that there is an improvement. And it's important to recognize that even the greatest minds of our time, Einstein or Tesla or, all the greatest minds of our time. I'm channeling at the same time, and they're actually showing me another image in the water for you. So I'm being distracted because I'm scrying at the same time. So they've shown you a rabbit, a bunny rabbit, a squirrel, and a candle. And what is this thing they're showing me? Bring it forward a little bit, please, Spirit. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. A bison. Wow. I mean, okay, I can only imagine a bison you would see either on a safari or on a farm. A bison, okay, thank you so much, I'm so grateful. They're giving me the sense that the bison is about protection, okay? Bisons stick together, so it's like to weather a storm, everybody's sticking together, so it's about planning. So maybe it's like preparation. You're preparing for the worst, but you're actually getting the best. Okay, they're just showing me the bison in the water right now. Bison is also about abundance. It's interesting. These animals, they represent good times, fortune, but also being strong enough to weather any difficult circumstances that may circulate around you. Okay, so I feel this is it's almost like if you've had a negative experience in the past, they want you to realize that it won't be that way this time. So don't overthink. It's like, don't take too long to launch something, or don't take too long to take that leap of faith by overthinking. Because as I was saying about the greatest minds of our time, they didn't just wake up one morning and say, you know what, I know how the theory of relativity works. I know how to create electricity. I know how to build a car motor. You know, they didn't wake up just one morning knowing these downloads. They actually took time to reflect, to try out. Exploration is the name of the game. And I feel it's important that your beautiful mind, thoughts become things. So important. Your beautiful mind is creating things or creating ideas that you want to connect to. And then you take the steps to make it happen. And sometimes there may be a moment where you're like, oh, that didn't work out as well as I hoped for. Okay, so what went wrong there? Let's dissect it. And then you go, okay, I'll take out that ingredient and that element there, and let's mix it up again and see if it works. And it's like, oh, that's the way it works. So I feel like you're finding a way to make something difficult easier, and then you connect to it and you make it happen. Okay, because this card, as I said, is about blending energies. It's about integration. It's about patience. It's about, you know, having that moment to reflect and then to fly. So I really get this sense of you finding balance in all things that you connect to, and harmony. They want you to have peace of mind, because when we have thoughts that race through our mind and we doubt ourselves, that's when things become stagnant. We prevent ourselves from taking that leap of faith or taking a calculated risk, because the Five of Swords is all about calculation, and the Fool card is about risk or taking a leap or opening yourself up to a new adventure. So some of you may step into a leadership position or set up your own business, become an entrepreneur, and you may feel like, oh my gosh, I really do not know what I'm doing. But remember the cards, the overarching cards, learning as you go. So I feel like it's important to realize, feel the fear, do it anyway, launch yourself in, and you're going to learn. It's just going to become second nature once you're in the flow of things. The Fool card indicates whatever it is, it has so much potential. The Fool card indicates you're a very talented being who has a lot of skills and a lot of knowledge and a lot of know-how. And the Fool card indicates a new journey or a new beginning. It could be a new job, could be just you deciding to open yourself up to travel. And perhaps in the past you may travel with other people, but this year you decide to go on your own and discover new lands, but also go on a journey of discovery within yourself as well. This card also can sometimes represent analysis paralysis. Take that leap of faith. Open yourself up. Know that the universe has got your back, okay? It's a time for optimism. Sometimes we've got a plan. Most of the times humans have got a plan. We don't know how we're going to get there, but we got a plan. We have a starting point and we have an end point of where we want to go. The journey in the middle, nobody knows about. It's about trusting the universe to guide you to where you want to go. And you've got that motivation, that drive, that energy to take it on and tackle it and get busy making things happen. And I feel that's what your year is about, okay? That Five of Swords is like whatever happened in the past that may have hurt or may have been difficult, you're blooming, you're blossoming, you're learning from it, you're allowing yourself to see how things, how to grow from it, how to change it so it's beneficial for you. So just be a little bit mindful of analysis paralysis in the month of February, but I feel it turns out in your favor, and either you are definitely launching something that you've been thinking about for a while, or you're brainstorming and coming up with wonderful ideas that set you on your true prosperity path, okay, your true north. Because as we move into March, we've got the Cosmos. Now the Cosmos card it's a very important card of integration. It's about your true path. It's about your spiritual path as much as it is about your prosperity path. This card is about windows of opportunity opening up to you to see the law of attraction and divine timing occur in real time for you. As you can see, this figure is looking at the stars. So something you've been wishing for or praying for will be coming to fruition. It will be happening for you. This is also a card of something to celebrate. This is a card of everything coming full circle. I feel if you're connecting to projects at the beginning of the month, you're tying up a few loose ends in March so that you can open yourself up to new. I also get the sense that some of you may be planning a spiritual retreat or journey this year, which will lead to a major discovery, a major revelation about who you are, what you truly want, and how you want to run your life going forward, okay? Also, as you can see, we've got the stairs and they're going up. So I get this sense of elevation for you in the month of March, where you're headed towards something that perhaps you've been visualizing right from the beginning in January. So I'm going to pull some cards on the Cosmos. I feel a lot of planetary alignment is actually affecting you in this month, and for the positive, because of course, beginning of March, 7th of March, we have Saturn switching signs. Okay, so I feel better health. And I get this sense of good karma coming your way. Also, I get this sense that Jupiter is actually holding hands with you throughout the whole year, right until May. And I feel even a little bit beyond. I feel the remnants of Jupiter really helping you right up until, say, November of this year as well. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? So we've got the Death card, all change. The Death card is, a personal development, an evolutionary card where you have revelations. I mean, if you've been watching your other signs, my beautiful Virgo, you may know that as I shuffle the cards, I tend to keep getting the card that is coming next because there is integration of energies. So, you've got the High Priestess here and you've got the High Priestess for April. So I feel intuitively you're navigating major changes in the month of March there for you that will move over into April. You're making space. The Magician, I mean, look. They're giving you the exact cards. You can't write this. You see me shuffling. I can't orchestrate these things. So we've got the High Priestess. Okay, that's the clarification card. And for April, we got the High Priestess. I just wanted to see what goes beyond there to help. And we've got the Magician card. And we got the Magician card. Something you've been manifesting is showing up for you. And, it extends right until May there. So as I said, Jupiter is really in alignment with you. Something you're taking action on. These thoughts are becoming things. You're using your talents, your gifts, and all the skills that you have within you. You're forging your reality. Your manifesting abilities are on point. And it starts with major changes that you make in March, because I feel this is more about you being on your true prosperity path. You're on it, you're doing it, it's happening, okay? You're in the flow of change. And whenever you get transformation, there is positive growth, okay? All those butterflies are important for you as well. They represent a transformation of sorts in order to allow you to become or to fly in the position you're in. Now, because we've got 3 major arcana cards here, okay, for the month of March, this is one of your pivotal months, okay? Now, I do want to see the details, and they're not showing me the details right now because I feel there's such radical change. The High Priestess is use your intuition, but also it's a card of caution. So it can mean that you're going to go slowly with the changes that you're making just to make sure that you're on the right path. It doesn't mean there's anything negative to be cautious about. It means, slow and steady wins the race. It means connect to your intuition because there may be circumstances around you that are ever changing. Okay, so this could be like global events, for example, if you're deciding to travel or make travel plans. It can mean that there are some sort of restrictions or some sort of changes. There could be some sort of delay or something like that, or even if you're going to a certain country, there may be an event that occurs in that country and you're like, do I still want to go there, or do I want to change my plans, or should I wait it out? So I feel like there's something occurring in March where you just you take a pause in order to reflect before you make the change, or and the Magician card indicates it works out perfectly, whatever it is. This is a card of you being a master creator, okay? When you get the Magician card, it is a powerful and potent message about your talents, your skills, your creativity, and steering your direction towards your goals. It's almost like you're pulling it out of the hat. Sometimes when things just work out and you're like, wow, I never imagined things would go that way. It's because the universe is showing you you have innate magic and alchemy within you, but all you need to do is believe. Sometimes we have doubts. The High Priestess is about inner wisdom. You're using that inner wisdom. You're making changes in the month of March. Sometimes when doubts creep in, it's important to recognize them, but ask yourself, why is there doubt? We have to really locate things. We have to go deeper. If we're just feeling like a little bit sorry for ourselves, that's not good enough. We have to go beneath that to see what is the root cause of the doubt. Does it extend from childhood? Does it extend from when you were bullied? If you were bullied, does it extend from an off-the-cuff comment that someone made many, many years ago that somehow has stuck with you? It's easy to find the root cause, and then you remove it. It has no power over you anymore, because the Magician card indicates you have the power. You have everything within you to make the changes necessary. Now, the King of Pentacles, you're going from the Ace of Pentacles at the beginning of the year to the King of Pentacles in March. So some sort of opportunity financially is very, very lucrative. Okay. Again, a position of power that brings in more money. You are going to be very productive. Ambition takes you to where you want to go. If this is for those of you who are retired, for example, the changes that you've already started making, some of you may have put yourself on a course of learning, or you may have put yourself on a new hobby, for example, something that you've wanted to connect to, or even a project, and it is looked at with new eyes by somebody else who says, you know what, that's wonderful. You could charge money for that. You know that? That's an incredible skill. Some of you may even be looking at the journey that you've had in this lifetime so far, and you're like, you know what, there's a book inside me. I really want to write about my experiences, and you can turn that experience into gold. But it's not about you using your experiences to make money, because life, whilst money is important and it's nice to pay the bills and feel financially secure, I feel it's more about this sense of is it catharticism? No, it's a cathartic experience. For you is what I'm feeling, and it's more about spiritual wealth for you, where you get something out in the hope that you can help other people about the journey that you've had. So I really feel that you may be sharing your experiences through writing a blog or some sort of book or screenplay, and I feel it attracts money. Okay, now this is, as I said, going to be a very productive month. Some of you may even buy a home in this month, or find a home that perhaps you want to relocate to. Something you've been thinking about for some time is showing up for you in March, and it's very rewarding. It's very lucrative. Okay, you're attracting the best opportunity and success that is available to you. Now, as we move into April, you're very there's a very thoughtful energy about you. I feel like it is all go 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 in the month of February and March for you, and April is a bit more reflective. I feel this is about you taking some time out to think about the waves that you're making, the steps that you're making, and how it will infiltrate throughout the rest of your life, not just the rest of 2023. So for example, if you're buying a home, there may be a moment where you pause and go, okay, is this my forever home, or is this just a stepping stone to something else? If you're going into real estate, for example, or you're using your money to buy a big purchase, you may be like, is this worth it? Will I still love this, what I'm doing right now in 5-10 years time? Or is there another plan that you're connecting to that you want to, buy real estate and flip it and things like that? So I really get this sense of you being deep in thought. It's so important to realize, as you can see, your crown chakra is going to be so active this year. Both cards, as you can see, all those lines right above the crown chakra. And this is about knowingness. There is an inner knowingness about you that gives you a lot of freedom this year. Also with April, I see a lot of you connecting to higher spiritual practices, developing your spiritual wisdom, and connecting to things like law of attraction, but also some of you may develop spiritual gifts like scrying. Perhaps some of you may want to learn about scrying, or if you can do it, you may develop your gift. Also, lots of psychic flashes. Pay close attention to your dreams in this month, because I feel like they have the power to influence you in certain ways. What is that? they're giving me, they're really highlighting the bird for me. And the candles, they're showing, yeah, the candles are so important. This may be a strong month where you see a lot of candle symbolism, okay, which indicates you being free of a situation or being free in a situation. You're deepening your faith, okay? So, yeah, they're showing me birds and a candle. I mean, they're giving you another bird. Six of Wands is great news coming on in that will lead you to success. This is about you being appreciated for your work ethic, but also some of you may receive an award or some sort of triumph. There's definitely a sense of accomplishment in this month where you sit back and you look at everything that you've done and you're really proud about it. Now, Six of Wands is like a breakthrough, okay? So it's like a joyous moment, a victorious moment that you will reflect on for some time. If you're wanting to have a greater status or social standing within your community, I definitely see you standing out for all that you've done and being a real, someone who is really respected. For those of you who want things like fame, for example, if you are in the artistic industry, I feel like definitely all eyes will be on you. You're being elevated, and I feel like you may, something may reach a climax in your quest for being the best at what you do and being recognized for it, appreciated for it. But I mean, Six of Wands and the Star does tend to lend itself to fame. So if you are someone who is setting up a social media platform, or you are thinking about getting your voice heard on a global level, I definitely see that 2023 is a year to get that out there and be noticed for your skills and talents. But Virgo, you tend to be the sort of person who lets your work and your sense of self speak for itself. You don't actually want to shout and be in the spotlight, or you're not like a spotlight grabber. You've got actually something to say, okay? You've actually got something to offer the world rather than this sort of vacuous kind of energy. You've got something important to offer, and I feel like this is a year where you will offer it up and be noticed for it. Some of you may sign a contract in this month. I'm seeing a contract here. You didn't get the Justice card, but I see a contract for the month of April. So this could be, I'm going to go one more. It could be a contract for a business, or it could be some sort of legal document that you have to sign. I mean, it could literally be that you're extending like your cable for another year and you have to sign a contract. I'm just seeing a contract. So there's going to be some paperwork going on there as well. King of Swords, yeah. Getting your voice heard on a global scale. This is a card of international energy. King of Swords is also about you being very charismatic. Your voice is your bond. It is important. You're in a very important position of power. You're being clear about what you want, and something you've been thinking about, you're making it happen. Also, King of Swords, as you see, we've got the needle and thread there. It's almost like there's something you're trying to do that perhaps is so difficult, it's like a needle in a haystack. Well, I feel like you find the needle this year. It's a real great accomplishment. Some of you may also be doing a lot of mending, but I get this sense of you, it's thoughts become things for you. Queen of my guides just keep going. I wish you could hear my guides. They're just like, the rabbits, the rabbits, the rabbits, say the rabbits. That's what I'm getting. And we got Queen of Pentacles, and there are rabbits in this card. Okay, Queen of Pentacles is your card, my beautiful Virgo, attracting more wealth and abundance. We've had the King and Queen of Pentacles coming out there as well. So if you are looking for love, or you're in a relationship, some of you may actually go into business with your partner, or try something that will be very lucrative. But I feel Queen of Pentacles is about the home space. So some of you will be paying a lot of attention to where you live. That's why it kept coming up about real estate for you. But it also may indicate if you don't have the money to relocate, you may do a little bit of DIY around the home, or even find a way to work from home, okay? Because I get this sense of you multiplying wealth. Look at that, Eight of Pentacles, working really hard. Hermit card, this is your card again. Okay, and the Hermit card is about, taking a pause, a step back in order to work really hard or focus on something. I mean, we've got the Four of Pentacles again, well, not again, but we've got the Four of Pentacles as well, which indicates that, you're building something, financial wealth, but it's also about real estate or the home space. So every card keeps pointing to the home space for you round about April, and I feel you're using your intuition. the King of Cups indicates you are connecting to something you love doing, but you're also protecting what you've already worked really hard to achieve or accomplish. Some of you, I got this sense as well about this travel thing. I mean, it's another card there that indicates the energy that's coming through. As you can see, the King of Cups there is about to go on a journey or launch this journey with the ship there. And these are shark-infested waters. So it's like either caution or a pause, just waiting for the right moment. So I feel like there could be some sort of delay with travel, or, you change your travel plans. There's just something there for that. So just watch out for that. I feel like you still get to do what you want to do, but it may be a little bit disappointing at first. You're like, oh God, that's so frustrating. Like there may be, for example, people striking, or or just something that limits you in some way of doing some sort of travel that you want to do. There's just a change, but you still get to go and do it in the end. So whether you just take a pause and wait for a better date, or whether you actually decide to go somewhere else, or even take a different mode of travel to get there, I feel like you still get your way in the end. Eight of Pentacles does indicate that you're going to be working really hard or focus on a project in the month of April, which may make you feel a little bit like a repetitive cycle. But if you want to be good at anything, as you know, my beautiful Virgo, you commit yourself and dedicate yourself to it, and you become the master of your craft. So I really feel like you're enjoying what you do, and it is very rewarding. And the more reward you get, the more you enjoy it. So it gives you like an incentive to be bigger and bolder than ever before. Now, as we move into May, this is a clear month for manifestation for you. So I would write down anything you really want, because, I feel like if you wrote down 10 things on a list, with this energy that I'm getting, I feel like it's between 7 and 8 of those things. Yes, I want to say 7 of those things on that list will come to term. So I feel, you've got very strong manifestation skills. Don't get me wrong, the other 3 that are on the list, you'll still get them, but just not as quickly, okay? It'll be divine timing. That's what I'm feeling for this. The Magician card is you being so talented and gifted at what you do, and recognizing your inner power, okay? So this is a very ambitious month for you. Now, if you are retired, for example, I get this sense of you steering clear of anyone who's manipulative, and I get this sense of you seeking what is really within your soul. So I do get this sense of, you experiencing other cultures, or experiencing other projects that perhaps you haven't had time to do when you were working, and I feel like you're using your time very effectively. But the Magician card is all about magic. It's about alchemy. It's about your manifesting potential, but also your ability to take action with the skills or the gifts that you have already within yourself. Ace of Pentacles. You'll notice that a lot of the cards come up again and again. The same cards will keep coming up for you, because it indicates that you are on the right track towards of abundance. Again, there may be some sort of new beginning, or you launching a new project. You got the overall card over here earlier of lots of new beginnings for you, okay? 7 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. Something you've been planning. It's like it ignites. That's what I was getting, this sense of ignition, okay? 5 of Wands is like your next move, your next power play. So the sense of accomplishment of something that perhaps you tied up loose ends, finished a project. It's like, what next? What am I going to do next? So it's like your move. And I feel like this is a month where you make a really radical move that again brings a lot of prosperity, even a new offer coming on in. So it could be an offer to take on a new project, or adjust the way that you work in order to work smarter, not harder. 5 of Wands is a card of brainstorming. So again, lots of wonderful new ideas. And I do also feel that you're meeting different people from different cultures, or different backgrounds, or different ways of working and different ways of thinking. And this is really exciting, because in life, if you've always got a yes person, it leads to stagnancy. Nobody wants someone to just say yes and agree with you all the time. You want someone to challenge you and stimulate you in the most positive ways. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of that going on for you in a positive sense. Not that someone's going to be arguing with you. It's important to recognize that this is a card of being in training, or you know, trying to work something out. So the history of the Five of Wands is, you know, this is about you it's like you're in the motions of doing something. Five of Wands in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot has 5 people with wands, like it looks like they're battling each other, but they're all in training for the Six of Wands, which is success. And you've already had a success at the beginning of the year with that Six of Wands that came out. And now you're in training for the next thing that you want to connect yourself to, because humans are ever moving forward. And I feel like there's this sense of accomplishment and then on to the next. And the Five of Wands is like you're getting busy training. So some of you may even take a course of learning or an extended you know, period to connect to something a little bit more exciting to stimulate you. Also, there may be a healthy dose of competition in this month as well. So there may be some sort of project or something that perhaps you want, that other people want. You get it, whatever it is, okay? Because the Seven of Wands indicates you are above the competition. You're strong enough to do whatever it is you want to do. And you're coming out of a comfort zone. You're being bolder. You're going from strength to strength as the year goes on, okay? And I feel also your knowledge puts you in a really good position. So as you can see, this strong person here behind bars, this represents coming out of a comfort zone, or, you know, releasing any restrictions. You can go the distance. Your perseverance and true grit will take you to where you want to go. But all those images etched on this person's body is an experience, and it makes them strong. Okay, so that's what it, you know, even the most difficult experiences, they make us stronger to take the next part of our journey. And sometimes we don't realize it at the time, but something you've experienced that perhaps was very difficult or painful in the past can come to the fore and help you in the present moment. So something you experienced maybe 7 years ago, you're like, you know, you remember it and go, oh, I've experienced this situation before where this person tried to stab me in the back. I know what to do with this. I'm going to lead with integrity. I'm going to be very clever about the way I present myself. And I'm going to let that person just show themselves for who they truly are. Because when they can't get a reaction from you, it means they just look like they got egg on their face because they're really trying so hard to, you know, take credit for your ideas or things like that. But as long as you lead with that, you know, integrity, or lead with you being your wonderful, authentic self, you know, you can't go wrong with that. So I feel all your experiences to date will inform your present moment, that will lead to this Ace of Pentacles, okay, which is more growth, another opportunity. It could be a sudden acquisition of something that perhaps you've been working so hard or busy trying to find. An opportunity has been given. Now, I also feel, and this has been showing up interestingly enough for a lot of signs, in different months, of course, but in the month of May, you will be given a gift. Okay, now it could be a gift of a free coffee, or you know, free muffin, or, you know, someone pays it forward, pays for your groceries, or, you know, that you eat at a cafe or something, and the person says, you know what, it's on the house. There's something there about a reward or something. It could even be that you get a discount on something that perhaps you're trying to purchase in the month of May, and it's a hefty discount. It's like, wow, that's a really good deal. So watch out for that. I feel like there is an offer that at first you're like, really? No, surely not. But yeah, I feel like there's a wonderful little, like, cherry on top of the cake moment for you in the month of May. More money coming on in for you. Some of you may set up even another stream of income, because I feel like you've got many fingers in many pies, or you'll hear about financial reward that from one of the things that you're doing. It's almost like, you know, if you had like a bubbling pot of things that you're doing, and then suddenly you get one bubble that just goes poop, and it pops up, pops up, pops up, you know, as you're bubbling this pot. I feel that's your year. It's like suddenly this takes off, then this takes off, then this takes off. And I feel it's like, because right now they're showing me, the reason I'm saying that, they're showing me, is it geysers or geysers? I don't know how you say it. You know, when there's those like intense pools of water in the earth and they suddenly erupt, okay? They're just showing me that. It's like things taking off suddenly for you and really being quite exciting. Now, as we move into the month of June, this is a pause month for you as well. So April and June are real months of, you know, recharging your batteries, shall we say, and doing a lot of self-reflection. The Hermit card, of course, is your card, my beautiful Virgo, and you're showing up very heavily this year. So I feel like you're coming into your own. You're reaching for something special, though. As you can see, this is a search for inspiration or a search for truth about something. The Hermit card is a card of inner wisdom and being really philosophical. So this month you may have bigger questions in life, like, am I on the right path? Do I really love what I do? What is the meaning of life? What is my purpose? What is my true purpose? So I feel like it's a checking in kind of month for you with this Hermit energy. Now, some of you, if you have been working in an environment with other people, you may decide to go solo this year. And I feel like you're in the flow of things. If you've decided that at the beginning of the year, I feel like you're in the flow of things in the month of June. Okay. And I feel with the Hermit energy, this is again you checking in with the journey. I'm going to pull some cards on it because they keep just giving me, and they're saying more candles. Yeah, they're right. There's another 2 candles here. I mean, there's a candle on this card as well. Just noticed that just now. Candles are going to be an important, I mean, you're going to see a lot of candles in 2023, okay? It's not that you're just going to burn a lot of candles. You're going to see imagery. So this could be in the form of a painting, could be in the form of someone having one on a tattoo. So look out for candles. They are going to precede good news. So as soon as you see a candle or lots of candles, expect good news about something that you're trying to connect to, okay? Now, success and things that we want, they all look different, okay? So it depends on what you're focused on, because some people's idea of success is, good health, because without health, what is there? There's, health is wealth. So it's so important to recognize that. But some people, who are in good health, their focus is either money or spiritual development, or finding love, or a family, settle down, have a child if you want to. Everybody's desire is going to be different at different points in life. So it's really about what you are connecting to. Yeah, so I feel like you're recharging your batteries to find balance and to regroup. Planning stages, 3 of Pentacles, engineering, looking at your talents and skills and how you can better affect your circumstances. For those of you who are tired, I feel like it's about being in the flow of, connecting to something or a project or travel, but also having time for you where you sit back and wonder what next. I feel like it's a regroup month, okay? 2 of Pentacles is about finding balance between work and play, or doing a project and having time for self-care routines. 2 of Pentacles is also about checking in with yourself to see if you're stable in a position that, could be potentially difficult. As you can see, she's standing on a tall skyscraper there, which has the potential to be very dangerous or difficult, shall we say. But she's maintaining balance, and she's also balancing those 2 pentacles in an infinity sign. So I feel a lot of you may be very spreading yourself thin, shall we say, and in need of recharging your batteries. I feel like you may have been doing a lot of multitasking, and whilst external circumstances around you may have been difficult, I feel like you find yourself in a really secure position to weather a storm. Okay, so I feel it's very positive energy. So for example, if economic shifts occur around about this period, you may be feeling the fluctuations of it. If there's more, inflation, another inflation raise, things like that, or things are getting more and more expensive, I feel like you are being very strict with your budget. The Emperor energy indicates, tightening your purse strings, shall I say, in order to put yourself in a really good, secure position in terms of a foundation. So I feel like you're trying to find that balance and just being, just checking in with yourself. Am I still on track on my budget, on my target? Am I still, in control of what I was planning in the first place? So Emperor energy right there as well for you. You're still in control. Okay, so I definitely get this sense of you, recharging your batteries. 3 of Pentacles also indicates that you're engineering or planning something. May even be a little bit more of a creative month for you, where you sit back and use your talents in order to, enjoy your energy a little bit more, sit with yourself, and maybe even collaborate with other people. I see this as being, a teamwork month as well. You may For example, if you run a business, you may even decide to take on another person in order to lighten the load, you know, outsource your job in some way so that you have a little bit more free time for yourself. I feel like you're being really savvy in this month just to make sure you're putting your own needs first, and not in a selfish way, but in a way that brings better health care, better mental agility, and also limits stress. Okay, I feel like it's a strong stress management month for you as well. But with that Hermit energy, reaching for the star, I feel like you are reaching for something. Like, we all have a main goal, right? And then within that main set of goals, there's lots of different pinpoints or critical moments, climax moments within that goal to reach before you get the big one. So I feel like you're just checking in to see if you're still on track for the big one, and you are. Okay. Also, with the Two of Pentacles, this indicates that things are going to work out surprisingly even better than you thought. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that as well. I'm going to pull one card on that Hermit energy because I'm picking up something else and I can't quite place it. The Fool card. Okay, it's in the reverse. This deck I'm only picking up, well, I'm picking up the uprights and reversals, but in this deck I'm only picking the uprights. The Fool in reverse is like, it's a time to sit back, no action. It's a time for reflection. High Priestess, go deep within. I mean, I'm getting the same energy, but I can't, there's something that I can't quite place. I gotta be honest with you, my beautiful Virgo. When I can't quite place the energy I'm picking up, I'll always say, I can't grasp it. So, but I feel it's like, this is a month of stuff still happening, but I feel you are taking the foot off the pedal a little bit to sit back, recharge your batteries, go inwards for answers. Nine of Swords. Well, when you get the Nine of Swords, this is like, pay attention to your sleeping patterns in this month as well. There could be something that you are worried about, or something that you're really trying to reflect on. This Nine of Swords can be also a card of the inner narrative that we have within ourselves. Like when we're doing a checking in point and we're like, oh, are we where we want to be? And if the answer is no, then sometimes we can start berating ourselves and thinking, you know, that we failed or that we doubt our path. This could be a month where there's some doubts that creep in, but they're indicating this month is meant to be a slow burn month on purpose so that you recharge your batteries for what is to come. Because the Courage card is next, which is about being a force to be reckoned with, going after something. And then the Judgment card is about leaving your old life behind, or leaving some things behind in order to embrace new. King of Swords, thinking month. Yeah, they just keep giving me the same thing. So again, this is pay close attention to your thoughts. Be compassionate with yourself, because this is a card of basically eradicating negative thinking, being kinder to yourself, that inner narrative. So just pay close attention to that, especially when we go into a very deep self-reflective mode. We start to look at the things that we like about ourselves, but also the things that we don't like about ourselves. So don't let yourself get into a state of analysis paralysis. This is a card of you having a very incredible mind, and the power of the mind being so important. And that's why this should really have no place when you're trying to manifest, because thoughts become things. So believe in your wonderful self. Remember, around about June, there may be a bit of a wobble in confidence, but I feel with the King of Swords, you know, you overcome that. You become really honest with yourself. It's a month of critical thinking, okay, and analysis. Now, as we move into the month of July, this is Leo, a Leo card there. The Courage card is the Strength card. This is about self-care, so it kind of blends in a little bit with June, where, you know, you have to have a little bit more compassion for yourself. This card indicates you being a force to be reckoned with. Having recharged those batteries, you're ready to go. You're ready to arrive. There's that roar, that inner roar to make things happen. I feel like this is your signal to the universe, like, I'm ready. Okay, I get this sense of like, I'm ready now. And the beginning of the year has been like setting you up for this pinnacle moment. Also with the Courage card, this is about overcoming any obstacles and showing your fierce energy, you know, having pure thoughts and actions, and just going after, being flexible at the same time, but being a symbol of strength and leadership. to face any uncertain circumstances, okay? Leading with integrity, also seeing the bigger picture, okay? It's important for you to see the bigger picture. But I feel like you're looking forward to the future with a lot more positive attitude. The Fool card, you keep getting the same cards, right? So lots of new starts, but this is something, it's like in order to reach for something bigger, something better, you have to take a risk, okay? So I feel like it's about calculated risk, taking that leap of faith, opening yourself up to new opportunity. I really feel 2023 for you is about remaining flexible and open, because there's a lot of potential for you to grasp onto new projects, new ideas, new starts. The Empress. Now, if you're looking for love, it's not that love hasn't shown up for you this year. This is, I feel like you're more thinking about your journey rather than love per se. But if you're looking for love, I feel like that you may meet somebody around August time, or their birthday is in August. Their birthday could be in August. But I feel like it doesn't really become a relationship until the month of September, your birthday month, basically. So I feel like it's something that maybe there's a bit of flirtation around you then with somebody. And this person may have strong Taurus, Libra placements. But I feel if their birthday month seems to be like, they may be Leo, okay? So their sun sign may be Leo, but they may have placements in Taurus and Libra as well. So that means they're very grounded, they're very romantic, they're very honest, they are very faithful. So if you're looking for love, this is a very strong month for you to find love, okay? That will lead to a higher level of commitment, like a solidifying of the relationship around about September. Doesn't mean, I mean, this is the potential for a soulmate, overarching energy. You can meet somebody in any of those months. I feel divine counterpart energy. This may be someone like in February, for example, you may actually come into contact with this person for the very first time. And then, you know, there's like, it's like a will they, won't they, and it just sort of progresses, but nothing really becomes truly romantic until like later on in the year. So it doesn't mean that you won't find love. It just means that it's going to be an organic process that takes a while to get to know this person and build a solid foundation, and things get serious then about your journey with this person. So if you are looking for love, I feel like you will find love this year. If you're already in a relationship, some of you may actually have a child in the month of July there. July into August. I feel like this person's birthday, July into August. Could be on the cusp, but I feel like they got strong Leo placements. So yeah, July into August, this new person, if you're looking for love, it just is popping up again. So if you're meeting someone new and you don't want to get pregnant, for example, straight off the bat, very passionate connection between you and someone, I would say take precautions. Okay, that's the energy that's coming through as well. But when it comes to if you were moving at the beginning of the year, I feel like some of you are moving in order to be able to grow your own food or connect to nature. I feel like this is a month where everything is flourishing. Okay, so if you started like a vegetable patch or garden or things like that, everything's flourishing. It's such a strange thing to come through, because normally it doesn't come through like that for me, but I'm picking that up strongly in this month as well. But what they're showing me, the main energy of this is about value, you valuing yourself, okay? The Fool card is like remembering that childlike spirit within you, having fun, opening yourself up to opportunity and being serious, because you've got, you know, you had the Emperor come out a couple of times, which means you're serious, you're focused about your journey. But the Fool card is a reminder, don't forget to have fun, okay? So I feel this is a month where you let your hair down a little bit, enjoy yourself, but also the Empress is about you being good to yourself, you know, you being a new version of yourself, making sure that you're still eating healthily, activating self-love, self-care, healthcare routines, but also healthier boundaries. I feel like this is a card, a main card of anything that you've been working towards, that seed that has been planted, it starts to reap reward. Like there's big reward, okay? It's like this is harvest month for you. And I feel that things just look really bright and beautiful in the month of July. I will pull another card to see if there's anything else that I can add to that. Queen of Pentacles, multiplying finances, being a bit of a homebody perhaps round about this month. But this is you being in your wonderful authentic energy. This is a Virgo card, as I've mentioned. And again, we've got rabbits popping up again for you. I thought there was another rabbit here in this card, but there isn't. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is about conservation, conserving your energy for the right people, right situations, but also conserving your wealth. This is often called the Queen of Abundance, but it's also about protection. Male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about energy, and this is about protecting what you're working towards. This is about living a life of comfort, you know, and you're giving me a word. Okay, the word I'll give you is air. So H-E-I-R, air. So again, it could be someone giving birth, delivering, you know, a baby that will be an heir to everything that you've worked really hard for. Or it could be that some of you will receive an inheritance round about this month, or hear news of someone leaving you a gift in a will. Okay, so just watch out for that. That they just give me that word. That's a first in my readings. I've never really got that word before in the readings. So yeah, I feel like it's a real month of comfort, self-care routines. And as we move into August, we have the Judgment card. So big options. There's some big decisions being made in the month of August for you. The Judgment card is a card of self-evaluation. It's a card of developments. It's a card of choosing which path is right for you. So normally on the Judgment card, you know, this is about leaving your old life behind in order to embrace your true prosperity path. Okay, so whenever the Judgment card, the Cosmos and the Judgment card, these two cards indicate you being on your true north path and making sure that you're making adjustments in order to be spiritually fulfilled, shall we say. Now, the Judgment card is a card of prosperity and purpose. So I feel you're listening to your inner guides. You've given yourself time to think in the previous months. So now you're having major revelations about what comes next or what you want to attract next. So let me just pull a card on the Judgment card for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? So this could be like a wake-up call month where, you know, you look at your options. I mean, look at this. Yeah, lifestyle changes. You've got the Seven of Cups here, which is about looking at your options. It's a card of decisions. It can be a card of, you know, you looking at all the choices that you've made and the visions that you have and using your imagination to dream bigger and bolder than ever before. Because the Knight of Swords indicates that you're going to be bolder. You're going to be brave and, you know, you're going to tackle something head on to make it happen. No matter what, okay? You're actually painting out anything that has the potential to make you unhappy or get in the way of your happiness as you move forward. So big lifestyle change month for you when it comes to August. Some of you may travel as well during this month. And I'm talking a big vacation rather than a little trip. The Seven of Cups is about wishes. As you can see, she's literally pointing at a star. And I feel a lot of the cards that you're getting are about highlighting stars. You know, it's like, what is your wish? The wish is your, you know, it's almost like if 2023 was a genie for you in a lamp, it's like, what is your wish? Your wish is my command. And I feel you're using the power of your mind to make these things become a reality. And the Seven of Cups is no different. It can mean that there's a lot of options and you may feel a little bit uncertain about what it is you want. When we're faced with so many decisions, we can feel a little bit overloaded or overwhelmed. So I feel it's really about getting clear about eradicating anything that would make you unhappy or anything that would get in the way of your goal. This is a card of reminding you not to be derailed from your path. Things are picking up pace now for you in this month, and I feel you know, it's about what is worth it. What is worth your energy? What is worth your time? What gives you this sense of value? What gives you this sense of purpose? And I feel like you're going to get a little helping hand in the month of August from your guides as well. I'm going to pull one more because the Knight of Swords is to like expand your consciousness as well. So some of you may be deepening your meditation skills, but it's also about exploring your, how can I put this? Broadening your perspective, exploring all your options. I mean, I just said it, you're reaching for the star. There's this sense of you reaching for the star. What is your wish? Your wish is the universe's command, and the star pops out. So, I mean, this is about you being clear-sighted. There's a brighter future for you to look forward to. And whatever decisions you make in the month of August, your future self will thank you for it, okay? So stars are aligning for you in this month for a wish to be delivered. And I get this sense of some of you may be, it's like after a period of healing, some of you are like then being given an opportunity. It's like after adversity, there is success. There's ups and downs and everything, but I feel you may feel a little bit scattered though in this month. Like there's so many things to think about, and the universe is saying just focus on that one thing. Just focus on that one thing you really want, that wish, and everything else will fall into place, okay? Now, the star also indicates lots of new ideas. When you get new ideas, it opens you up to new opportunities. So I feel this is a pinnacle month for you in order to move forward, because once you've decided in the month of August, you're attracting it in the month of September. So the law of attraction card, this is, the Lover's card is at grassroots, it's the law of attraction card. What is in your heart and in your head and in your mind, you can have in your hand. This is about attraction. This is a card of attraction, but it's also a card of choices. So based on your choices, you're attracting now what you truly desire. You're on target. The Lover's card also does connect to love. So this is a very strong month for being in the flow of romance, of, enjoying a partnership. Whether you're in a relationship or not, when you listen to this reading, you will be in a flow of romanticism in the month of September. And I feel like you may take a quick trip with a partner that you're with around about this point. Feathers are going to be very important for you from August into September. You're going to see lots of feathers. So keep your eye out for that. Let me just clarify this Lover's card for you. You can't write it, okay? We got the Lover's card again. So my guides are saying, we said the Lover's card, we meant the Lover's card. We said the Sun card, we meant the Sun card. So Lover's card, you're attracting incredible things. If, the Tower card can also represent liberation, liberating yourself, being free from restriction, because the Tower card is not to be feared. It is a card of regeneration. So if you're in a relationship already, for example, this may be the month where, you and your partner does something really bold in order to come out of a comfort zone or feeling stuck. I'm going to go another one for you. This is a major month. You got two major arcana cards there. Three of Wands. Let's go one more. Okay. So it's like it gives you an opportunity to be free, gives you an opportunity to be on the right path. So some of you, if you're in a relationship with a partner, you both may decide to, I see a quick trip, as I said, happening for you, and the Eight of Wands is right there, which indicates, really quick trip happening for you. But I feel like some sort of news may come for you and your partner, and or that changes the way that you live or the way that you operate. And this could be that maybe your partner gets an opportunity for work and you have to travel, or they have to travel. Or it could be that you get an opportunity and you have to travel and they have to travel with you, or that there will be distance between you for a short period of time while they travel. So I'm going to pull a separate card on that Tower for you, but the Lover's card indicates you being strongly in the law of attraction. And let me pull a card on that Tower for you, because the Tower can represent a shock. it can be a surprise. So some of you like might be surprised that suddenly your person, even though you've met each other for a couple of months and you just know, they may say, you know what, do you want to move in with me? So it could be like some shocking news, because the Eight of Wands is a card of news, and the Three of Wands is a card of observing or waiting, or suddenly something that you've been waiting for shows up and it changes everything, because this literally means surprise. Okay, and if you know my reading, sometimes the Wheel of Fortune shows up with the Tower energy. So I just want to clarify this Tower for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What's this Tower all about? King of Cups, love. You'll love it. Whatever this surprise is, it liberates you, because the Tower represents like a prison type energy where you feel like you've been going round and round in circles, doing the same old thing in the Tower. Just same old thing, just different day. And the Tower, sometimes the universe says, make a choice, make a change. And if you don't make a change, I mean, you've got the Judgment card, which is the universe pretty much saying, listen to your guides. We're telling you right now, you've got a fork in the road. You have to take a path, left or right, which one? And because you got the Lovers card, you're still in the choice zone. So it's like, okay, if you haven't made a choice, the universe makes things feel so uncomfortable in your circumstances in the present moment that you have to make a change. And if you still refuse to make the changes that the universe is offering to you at that time, the universe sets the Tower on fire to make it no other option but to take a leap of faith and just make the choice. So I feel you're liberating yourself out of something that perhaps you've been feeling stuck with. And the King of Cups indicates intuitively you are going to make the right decision, and you are a visionary. This is a card of being spot on, following your heart, and making the best decision for you. Also, I get this sense of travel. It's really strong in this month, sense of travel. I mean, I said the word strong, the Strength card comes out. I feel this is a card. Also, I feel like you're going to be very busy, because so many things are showing up for you. And I feel it's important for you to get rest or power yourself up, because you don't want to burn yourself out. But the Strength card indicates you're doing something bold, something daring. That figure is literally putting their hand in the lion's mouth. So it could be that, as I said, you meet somebody new and then they're like, hey, how about we just like move in together? And you're like, whoa, but we've only known each other for 3 months. And it's like, well, you know what? We just know that we want to be together. So let's just go for it. So obviously check in with your intuition. If it feels right, do it. Life is too short not to just take those wonderful opportunities. Page of Wands, exploration, see where it goes. This is about being bold. Page of Wands is a card of, opening yourself up to all that life has to offer. It's about exploring to see where things can lead. So if it's to do with love, this person that you are connecting to or connected to, they are also your friend. There's a deep commitment here, and there's fidelity. Okay, so this person, this situation, they will show you loyalty. But also the Page of Wands is about come out of the comfort zone. Do something different, do something daring. You've got a vision of how you want life to be. Take the initiative, make it happen. You're supported by the universe. You may shock a lot of people, but it will actually lead you to other opportunities. The Three of Wands is a card of you being on the right path, aligning yourself with your true heart's desire. And the Eight of Wands is, elevating, being in the flow, being successful, and really great news, rushing on in to help you reach that climax or that pinnacle point in your life that will make you feel excited. Because wands are all about excitement. They represent the element of fire, intoxicating energy, action, strong emotions, and passion. And of course, umbrellas represent protection. So globally, if there is some sort of event that brings a Tower moment, for example, I feel like you're protected and you're redirected. I feel like you are in a really good position this year, okay? And you're attracting what your heart truly wants. So pay close attention to your heart and your mind and what you're thinking about, because thoughts are becoming things. Now, we've got the Death card. It's in October. So whatever it is that you are connecting to, there are changes and more spiritual growth, more evolution, making progress. This is a card of progress. It's about sorting the wheat from the chaff. Anything that you need in life, you're taking it with you. Anything you don't, you're leaving it behind. Anything that has been getting in your way, again, you're releasing it. You're opening yourself up to new doors opening, a new chapter in your life, shall we say. So let us clarify that Death card for you, because it is a transformative month. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Four Swords. Okay. So Four Swords is about getting rest, rejuvenating your energy. It's about, I mean, you got the Death card again. I mean, you see me shuffle these cards. Your guides are, and my guides, the energy merges when I do the reading, so I can connect to people and situations. And that's why I'm getting the same cards for the card that I'm pretty much shuffling. Six of Cups. Okay. Now, it's almost like this pinnacle point in October is you reflecting on how the year has gone. And if there is some sort of major surprise in September, I feel like you are like recouping your energy from it. You're almost like reflecting on it, getting over it. You're recognizing that perhaps if there was, for example, if there was a tower moment globally, you're recognizing that your guides kept you safe and protected. Because as you can see, she's literally sleeping on the moon. The moon represents uncertainty, and she's really comfortable with being in that position. She knows that the universe has got her back. Plus, as I said, there's going to be a lot of feathers that you're going to see. So I feel you're going to realize that you have a lot of people around you protecting you in situations that potentially could lead to discomfort. I don't see anything really negative there, but what I do feel is that the Four Swords is a period of meditating or having some downtime to you know, recognize that there are some situations that we worry about that we have no control over. Okay, they are circumstances outside ourselves. So why are we worrying about them if we have no power to change those things? They're going to happen or not. Okay, so breathe. What is meant for you will never pass you by. Also, your guides will step in whenever there is an instance where you need to be protected from. So know that the universe has got your back. The Four Swords is a card of also being flexible, being open to letting the universe protect you in all circumstances and deliver you what is really meant for you. Okay, now the Four Swords is a card of waiting, reflection, or withdrawal, getting better sleep, and managing your stress levels. Okay, so I feel like you're changing the way that you operate when it comes to the things that you deal with in your life. Six of Cups, this is a strong period of nostalgia. So again, thinking back on the year that already has gone by. Six of Cups is an interesting one because I feel this is a message of good news. The Six of Cups at grassroots basically means an offer or a gift from the universe to build happier memories. So I feel this could be a month where you actually connect to friends that you haven't seen for a while, reunions, things like that. I feel throughout the year you are going to be enjoying yourself, but I feel like you've got intense focus this year on your goals and on your path in particular. Six of Cups indicates a little bit more fun, but also it's an indication not to spend your time reflecting completely on the past, because you need to live in the present moment. The past serves as a remembrance of experiences that can teach us, but if we stay in the past or we live in the past, it can control us and prevent us from living in the present moment in order to manifest a brighter future. So I feel like you're being asked to be very present in this month. I feel like there's a maturity about you in this month where you are present and the universe offers you something that you're going to be so proud of yourself. You worked hard for this. So I feel there's a moment of pride, of taking a step back and taking stock. The Death card, of course, represents new chapters or new energy, rejuvenating, evolving. So I feel like you're moving on from the past. You're closing the door, getting closure on a lot of things that may have been difficult for you from past years, not just from the past 2023. By this point, I feel like you are getting a lot of closure on difficult circumstances. I'm just going to go one more. Page of Swords. Thinking about the difficult experience or the surprise that you had in September. Okay, so whatever this tower moment is for you, now I shuffle the cards. If I could, my beautiful Virgo, I would like, you know what, the tower, let's throw it out of the deck and not use it. Let's pretend like life is really happy and full of roses and unicorns and rainbows. But we all know that life is just not like that. So there may be something that surprises you in September that is a little bit difficult to deal with at first. But I feel with the Page of Swords, you reflect on this, you manage to survive it, you manage to survive and thrive. You were protected in this circumstance, and it may have felt uncomfortable, but it releases you from a comfort zone and it gives you new ideas. You know, whenever there is Scorpio Aries energy, there tends to be disruption or destruction to bring rejuvenation. Okay, and you've got the Death card there. So I feel like it allows you to rebuild stronger, better than ever before. And the Page of Swords says it taught you a lesson, but also it helps you move forward and gives you much brighter ideas that require investigation. So I feel some of you may go on a course of learning in this month. You may open yourself up to a new way of doing something in order to move forward. Also, I mean, it could be an explosive month for a truth coming to light, September, and you feel the effects of it in the month of October. Okay, so watch out for that. As we hit November, there is a period of healing, of course, complete healing, of clarity, of, you know, looking forward to the future with hope and optimism. So you're already reflecting on 2024 by this point. The star energy is this wish or whatever it is you've been working towards. You finally hit the star. You finally got whatever it is you've been working hard towards. Okay, and it will look differently for everybody, but this is success. It's accomplishment. It is hope. It is, they're giving me the word bravery as well. This is bravery. The star is healing, but it's also an energy of a wish coming true. Okay. Give me a card of inspiration as well. Being inspired to take the next steps. Yeah, I'm just getting this energy of current conditions are not necessarily a reflection of the truth of what's really going on. Greater opportunities lie in the shadows is what I'm getting. Using your experience to start anew. That's what I'm getting with this card. Okay, let me just pull a card on that for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? Yeah. So look at that, envisaging something new. Two of Wands is a card of feeling restless, wanting to get started on something else. Maybe some of you have some travel plans. This is a card of design or expectation. So with the star energy, it's like your expectations are being met. Something you've been yearning for is showing up for you in the month of November, okay? Something that you've been planning for all along is going to be observed, and it's like a dream come true. The Death card again, major change, transformation, evolution. So I would definitely say this year is a major year of change, and Nine of Cups, wish delivered. No matter how many cards I pull, they're giving me the same energy. Nine of Cups, a wish is delivered. Something you've been praying for, something that you've been manifesting is, the pinnacle is showing up for you in November. Okay, so this is a card of recognizing that you'll be satisfied with the effort that you've put into the year. This is a card of pleasure, fulfillment, well-being, success, and the good life. Being proud of yourself because something that you've been waiting for is showing up. Okay, I keep getting this energy that you're reaching for the star. Well, the star is delivered in the month of November. Okay, as we move into December, this is a bit more of a slower pace. December is about winding down projects or winding down, seeing. It is a card of reflection on, new perspectives on how you could have dealt with things differently or how you would have dealt with things the same. But this is a card of, looking towards the future with a different viewpoint. So definitely a year of learning for you. I feel like you're going to be able to see the wood for the trees, as it were, because this card, I feel like with the rainbow, this is such an important realization that all the ingredients that you have within yourself all came together to make something really special for 2023. It will be a year that you will remember. Also, the Hangman energy is being in the flow of things, surrendering to the universe. being at a new vantage point to bring in new knowledge and understanding a spiritual lesson. It's like being in the flow of the universe. You may have felt that some of your world may have been turned upside down in the month of, in the year of 2023, but for the most positive of reasons. So it's like all shake up to bring in exciting opportunities, to bring in more wealth, but also bring in connections with people that are going to be important to your journey long term. So let's just check in with that Hangman. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know? Ace of Swords. Breakthrough, new ideas, reflection, High Priestess, thinking about yourself and your position in the world, thinking again about your journey. There's a lot of ships that are showing up. Temperance, balance, same cards. As I said, the ingredients that you have and how you use them in order to make something really special. You're thinking about how your patience paid off and it gave you an opportunity to fly this year. High Priestess. I mean, 2 major arcana, so it's still a big month for you, even though it's a period of reflection. High Priestess energy is a card of going deep within for answers, and again, connecting to your inner wisdom to take you on the next journey that is awaiting for you in 2024. So I do get this sense that you're waiting, you know, having new ideas about the year ahead. Ace of Swords is, you know, an energy of taking responsibility or accountability for what happened in 2023 for you. It's also about the convictions of your ideas and how many you managed to accomplish. And it's also a card of fate being delivered, karma being delivered, having major breakthroughs, and the power. I feel like you actually look back on 2023 and recognize that the power of your mind delivered so many wonderful opportunities, and that 2023 was also a year of potential of turning things around in your favor. Okay, I feel like you unlock, I mean, look at all those stars. You unlocked a lot of wishes in 2023. Okay, so I do feel like it is a positive energy. Now, I always say when things are so positive, there's got to be something that's a little bit hidden, right? I mean, of course, you got a tower moment going on in the month of September, but I just want to see if there's anything that I could pick out that you should be aware of, just so that forewarned is forearmed. I always make sure. Okay, the Five of Wands indicates you basically overcome any difficulties. Okay, so that's a positive. This indicates anything you've been fighting for, you will accomplish. This could be if you found it difficult to get a job, for example, this is your year to get a job. Now, what they're showing me with the Ten of Cups, if there's been any like family drama, or if there's been any separations perhaps that has led to unhappiness, or anything that's not brought peace of mind. I mean, there's an omen in itself. It just spun itself around. It showed up in this position, the reverse, but as I put it down, it's spun around. So I feel like it does get better. This card basically means if there's any difficulty, you find a resolution, okay, by using your passion and your know-how. Just go one more, if there's anything more. The Moon card. Anything that is hidden will come to light. The Moon card is about doubt. You may struggle with doubt throughout the year. And some of you, I feel like with your quest for independence, I feel some of you are definitely going to find your place in the world. But I just see you basically using critical thinking to find resolutions in all areas of your life. So the thing that you may struggle the most with this year is doubt. Okay, so they want you to believe and receive. So I'm just going to pull a final card before I close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? We've got, oh, they want me to go one more, so I will. We've got Dragon Supernatural. And we've also got Peacock Vibrancy. So it says here, Dragon Supernatural. Hope you can see that there. And it says, you are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Okay, so very powerful message there. I feel like you are mastering you know, healthy living and also projects that you connect to. We got Peacock Vibrancy, which is, you know, believe in yourself, show yourself off. You've been given skills and gifts and talents that, you know, should not lay dormant. and it's about raising your vibrations to connect to whatever it is you want to. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. So this is basically how you should be tackling 2023. Okay, recognizing that you are a force to be reckoned with and that this is one of the better years that you will be experiencing. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Virgo. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that'll let you know when I upload my next message, and it'll let me know that you resonate with reading, which is so important for me too. Oh wow, look at this. Now I'm just going to get your final trinkets before we go. We've got the diddiest little elephant there. Okay, so that is about, you know, being strong. Mini but mighty, and the elephant, you know, walks forward and removes any obstacles from their path. There's a lot of empathy with an elephant. Elephant also is very sensitive, so it could be a very sensitive year for you. But I definitely get, I mean, this has got huge ears, so it's all about listening to your inner guide and removing obstacles. Also, we have the dragonfly, which is about being in the law of attraction. It is about good luck. It's also about freedom and recognizing that time, you know, you're not wasting your time. I just get the sense of not wasting your time. Also, dragonflies, they tend to mate for life. So they find their partner and they do that wonderful dance of life together, and they are in the wonderful flow of things. So definitely a very solid year for soulmates. And finally, of course, we've got the two hearts connected. So this really connects to love, of course, this being a year of finding love if you are in love, if you're wanting to find love, finding a soulmate. But also, you know, you connecting to love on a deeper level with your partner if you're already in a relationship. But most importantly, it's about the law of attraction, your heart attracting what your heart desires. Okay, so strong heart-to-heart energy this year. But I feel that also may be a symbol. The hearts entwined may also be a symbol that you will see over the year that connects to, you know, really positive news and energy. So lots to look forward to. This is a big year for potential. And I will leave it there, my beautiful Virgo. Thank you so much, and love and light.